Welcome to my little city of Decatur, Georgia, which most of you know is Atlanta, Georgia. It's 6 miles due east of City of Atlanta, so it really is Metro Atlanta. For those of you who aren't familiar with Atlanta, we have a perimeter that goes around sort of the city. It's called 285, and we're sort of snobby because there's people who live inside the perimeter, ITP, and people who live outside the perimeter, OTP. And Decatur is definitely inside the perimeter. And the reason it's called the greenest city in Georgia is when people started doing sustainability back in the early 2000s, Decatur decided to become walkable. We're right along Ponce de Leon, which is sort of the main drag through Decatur, and this used to be a pass-through. And you see all these apartments. All these apartments were built in the last 10 years, and Decatur made a conscious decision to become more walkable, and so they broadened the sidewalks. You can actually see the line where they broadened the sidewalks and put in all these apartments, and started doing a lot of sustainability work. And so there's a lot of people who are greenies who live in this area, because you really can live in downtown Decatur and walk everywhere, and that's really cool. Decatur is also known for a lot of great farm-to-table restaurants and all kinds of great places to eat. And so if you visit Decatur, if you're like in a convention in downtown Atlanta, it's actually just several stops out on the east line of our public transportation, which is called MARTA. So it's really easy, and I highly recommend coming in and coming out to Decatur. All 6 stops, I think it is, on the MARTA station. It takes about 30 minutes. And the Decatur station is called Decatur, and it puts you right out in the middle of downtown Decatur, where you can pick all kinds of yummy places to eat from. We've got everything: Indian, Asian, Thai, sushi. We have 2 really notable. Good morning, welcome to the show. 2 really notable farm to food table experiences. One is Cakes and Ale, which has won kind of all awards. And then the other one is the Kimball House, which is still definitely walkable, but it's not right on the Decatur Square where most of the restaurants are. And the Kimball House is in the original train depot that used to be the stop. That Decatur was the first stop from Atlanta. It goes 6 miles. I think that's so cute. So Decatur's been around, since the 1850s. So it's pre-Civil War. You don't see a lot of that quaint charm anymore, but they did make a big effort to make things walkable, and there's tree-lined streets, and there's lots of shops and boutiques. And I am heading to what I said, let's go to France, which is, there's a French cafe called Cafe Alsace, which was, this is so jittery, and I didn't realize how much I was a jittery walker, but Cafe Alsace, which is owned by a French woman who makes just the best French food ever. It's a little cold this morning in Decatur, so people really aren't out yet, because it's not really that early. It's 10:30 a.m. So other things that Decatur did was they made a very strong tree ordinance, and they came in and streetscaped everything to make it much more pleasant to walk. We're also coming up, here's a great, we're facing Leon's. Leon's is an old converted gas station that is also farm to table, and they are really known for sort of like their upscale bar food. And we're going to look down on Church Street. And if you see that sort of area where there's lots of trees and open space, that's actually where the Decatur MARTA station comes out. So really, when you take the MARTA train, if you're coming from any other part of the city, you really end up being right in the heart of Decatur. There's a city square that they've maintained, and they have lots of fun concerts every May and September, every Saturday night. they have a gazebo and there's a different kind of band, and all the neighbors come out and picnic and just hang out with their neighbors and listen to good music. They also have an arts festival on Memorial Day weekend, which is very large, and then they have the largest independent book festival on Labor Day weekend. So there's no reason to leave Atlanta, as far as I'm concerned, on the 2 summer holidays, because they've got such great summer events. Decatur, the actual city limits is pretty small. It's 19,000, but of course Metro Atlanta now is 4.5 million and expected to grow, I think, another 500,000 in the next 5 years. So we've really done a lot of growing. Good morning. I can't. What do you need me to repeat? Someone has commented and they asked me to repeat, and I don't know what to repeat. I'm sorry. Alright, so now we're going to be moving along. We're about to this is, if you see a picture of downtown Decatur like on the brochure, this is the little part of the street that they show. Once again, we've just stayed right on Ponce de Leon, and people are starting to come out. This is the other side of Leon's. They have this great outdoor patio. And then 246, which has won all kinds of awards for Italian. And down there is Parker's on Ponce. And these little awnings where we're coming up to is Cafe Alsace. So I hope you've enjoyed your little tour of downtown Decatur. And we'll see you on the next go.